This Halloween, ghoul all out with Instacart. Whether you're hunting for the perfect costume, eyeing that giant bag of candy, or casting spells with eerie decor, we've got it all in one place. Download the Instacart app and get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes. Plus, enjoy $0 delivery fees on your first 3 orders. Offer valid for a limited time, minimum $10 per order, service fees, other fees, and additional terms apply. Instacart, bringing the store to your door this Halloween.
On today's Smart 7, Joe Biden draws a red line for Israel. Starmer pays back gifts and much more. It's Thursday, 3rd of October. It's National Poetry Day. And happy birthday, Ayo Edebiri.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
US President Joe Biden drew a red line for Israel on Wednesday, declaring that an Israeli strike on Iranian nuclear sites was off limits. He did, however, agree that Israel has a right to respond to Iran's ballistic missile attack. Israel's ground offensive in Lebanon continued on Wednesday, with 8 Israeli troops reported dead, while an Israeli strike killed 6 at a medical center in Beirut. IDF spokesperson Peter Lerner says Israel remains focused and that Iran will pay a price for its activities in the region.
Iran is the puppet master of every single thing of the destabilization of this region. They have surrounded Israel with their proxies, but their reach goes well beyond the Middle East.
Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian spoke at a press conference in Doha and said Iran is not seeking a war, but warned that they will strike again if Israel retaliates. At the UN Security Council meeting, Iranian Ambassador Amir Saeed Iravani was keen to lay the blame at Israel's door.
The only way to prevent further escalation is clear. Israel must immediately cease its war on Gaza, and its attacks on Lebanon must stop.
Day 4 of the Tory conference saw the stage handed over to the 4 leadership candidates to make their pitch to the membership. Kemi Badenoch, Robert Jenrick, James Cleverly and Tom Tugendhat face a final round of voting from MPs next week that will see a final 2 go head-to-head as members of the party get to have their say. Each candidate had 20 minutes and the reviews suggested that none of them really nailed it. Robert Jenrick remains confident of a slot in the grand final and he was taking aim at the Labour government.
A nation brimming with potential, let down only by big government and small-mindedness. Starmer sees a Britain fated for decline, needing more migration, more woke. The country needs a leader. Instead, with Starmer, we've got an undertaker.
Wednesday night saw the Undertaker attempt to finally lay to rest the ongoing donation scandal as the PM announced that he was paying for any gifts received since Election Day in a bid to reset and move on from a tidal wave of bad press. Starmer has made a payment of £6,000, which doesn't include the tickets for Arsenal.
We came in as a government of change. We are now going to bring forward principles for donations. So I took the decision that until the principles are in place, it was right for me to make those repayments.
Wednesday was a busy day for PM Keir Starmer. He started off with a flying visit to Brussels. He sat down with EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen as part of his government's new and more diplomatic approach to the UK's European neighbours. The EU bloc remains keen to negotiate a youth mobility arrangement that would see travel and work restrictions lifted between the UK and Europe for young people, but Labour are wary about negative press if they're seen to restore freedom of movement in the wake of Brexit. Starmer said the focus was on resetting the diplomatic relationship first and that there would now be regular summits between the two sides.
I firmly believe that the British public wants to return to pragmatic, sensible leadership when it comes to dealing with our closest neighbours, to make Brexit work and to deliver in their interests.
Last week saw former sub-postmaster and campaigner Alan Bates knighted at Windsor Castle. He's become the face of the Horizon IT scandal at the post office after the ITV drama pushed the whole affair into the spotlight, although he still hasn't received his full compensation. It appears that the compensation won't be fully paid by the proposed March 2025 deadline either. Meanwhile, the inquiry is still in session, hearing from more witnesses this week as it enters Phase 7, examining the post office's current operations and the compensation process. New Post Office Minister Gareth Thomas sat down with BBC Breakfast on Wednesday to discuss the scandal, and he says that he's keeping an open mind on what the judicial outcome should be.
If it's appropriate that criminal prosecution takes place, then absolutely it should take place. It's for the police to make that judgment, not for me as a minister to make that judgment. If the police think it's appropriate, then absolutely it should take place.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, Aston Villa make history and Robbie Williams is monkeying around. Right after this.
This Halloween, ghoul all out with Instacart. Whether you're hunting for the perfect costume, eyeing that giant bag of candy, or casting spells with eerie decor, we've got it all in one place. Download the Instacart app and get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes. Plus, enjoy $0 delivery fees on your first 3 orders. Offer valid for a limited time, minimum $10 per order, service fees, other fees, and additional terms apply. Instacart, bringing the store to your door this Halloween.
Welcome back. Wednesday night saw 9 Champions League games, including Liverpool hosting Bologna, Real Madrid travelling to Lille, and Aston Villa hosting German giants Bayern Munich. Liverpool clocked up an easy 2-0 win against the Italians, giving new head coach Arne Slot 8 wins from his first 9 matches. Meanwhile, Prince William was in the crowd to see Aston Villa take on Bayern. The last time the two sides met was back in 1982 in the European Cup final in Rotterdam. Villa won that game, and against all odds, they won on Wednesday night too, coming away with a 1-0 win thanks to a John Duran goal. Manager Unai Emery was sounding a bit Mandalorian as he explained what he'd told his famous fan.
I told him the best moment we can pass is days like today, and try to enjoy the way. Everything we are doing in the way, every day, every matches, try to enjoy it, enjoy the way.
Not many people can claim to have a name that's become a perfect piece of rhyming slang, but James Blunt is one. Now he's threatening to change all that. The veteran pop star has a real knack for social media, and he's just posted a challenge that could change his life. He's about to re-release his biggest album, and he's offering a tempting reward if it's as successful second time round.
My name is James Blunt, and you have the power to absolutely f*** my life. If Back to Bedlam re-enters the charts at number 1, I will legally change my name. What will I change it to? Well, that's entirely up to you. I've been called many things in my life. Most hated man in pop, James rude. I'll let the people decide. It's safe to say this is the most important democratic moment of the year.
Robbie Williams has done a lot in his life so far, from teenage boy band sensation to worldwide superstar. He's won awards, he's even briefly owned a football club. But you've never seen him quite like he appears in the new biopic Better Man. It tells the story of Williams' rise to fame, it charts his worldwide success, and it includes a whole load of his biggest hits. It's directed by Michael Gracie, who directed The Greatest Showman, and he made an unusual decision on casting. Robbie is played throughout the movie by a monkey. Not an actual monkey, that would be weird. No, a CGI monkey, of course. It's certainly different, and it hits cinemas in January.
I know what you're thinking. What's with the monkey? I'm Robbie Williams. I'm one of the biggest pop stars in the world. But I've always seen myself a little less evolved.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Hey there. Looking to level up your shopping experience? Let me introduce you to Amazon Live. If you haven't heard, it's a shoppable video experience where influencers and creators showcase the latest must-haves, all while you shop in real time. And for those who love some celeb gossip, reality stars like Kyle Richards, Lala Kent, and friend of the pod, Paige DeSorbo. On her new show, In Bed with Paige DeSorbo, Paige invites top-tier guests to cozy up in her fluffy bed where they spill secrets, share nighttime routines, and even whip up midnight snacks. Stream and shop new episodes of her series In Bed with Paige DeSorbo every Tuesday at 7 p.m. ET by going to amazon.com/live/Paige_DeSorbo. Or you can watch Amazon Live's new live TV channel on Freevee or Prime Video under the DIY section and shop along on your phone.